Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking tourniquets. Something, being in the gun industry, if you're part of the culture, it's something you carry on you, and you carry it every day. And a new one just came out, and it's by Snakestaff Systems, and it's called the ETQ. It's the Everyday Tourniquet. 65% smaller than a normal tourniquet for the standards, and then 50% smaller for the wides. They have a standard 1 inch and they have a 1.5. The 1 inch, if you were to cut open a cat tourniquet, you would see that the part that does the constricting is 1 inch wide. And then the 1.5 obviously to meet TCCC requirements. All this information is obviously on their website, so it's snakestaffsystems.com. And I encourage you to check this out. So let's take a look at them really quick. As you can see here, these are the tourniquets. So this one obviously being the standard, this one being the wide model. A couple of features that are pretty unique. It's not every day that you see much advancement in the realm of tourniquets, and this was. I was actually really excited about these. So this is the 1 inch wide one. I have it set up with the Velcro over top, so when you pull it out of a mag pouch, oh, that's another thing. They fit in a standard Safariland mag pouch, or any pistol mag pouch. Obviously an STAC Kiwi, Blue Force Gear 10-speed, pick your flavor. It's going to fit inside of it, and they have a braking glow stick, so as you apply it, you put the pressure on. This will snap, so it allows identification where the tourniquet is, even at nighttime. The texture on the handles is good. It's not, there's still the polymer injection, but this one actually has one little ring around here, so it doesn't allow your hand to slip off the end. It's got great texture here, so it's not really going to be slick. So as you pull this one out, it comes undone. They actually have directions for using a tourniquet here on the pull tabs. It's incredibly helpful, or maybe you need it and someone's not used to applying one. They have directions there. They also include a sticker with a QR code that'll take them right to a video. No ads or anything like that, so they get the video right away, so it saves time. But they're actually the standard length of a real, like a cat or a rat's or any of the other in the business, soft tees out of that. It's really actually kind of unique in the way that it locks. So it's got a carabiner lock up here. Oh yeah, the glow sticks are replaceable. So you just get an Allen key in there, pull that out. You can pop the glow stick out as it was used, pop a new one in, replace the screw, and you're all set. So when this clasp actually goes in, it locks it in place. So you're not using the winged tabs like you would find on other tourniquets. This one actually locks it in place and can be locked and unlocked with one hand. The wide is the same thing, so you're getting the same features that you would find on the regular, except it comes in at 1.5 inches wide. And that was to meet TCCC requirements. I actually have a feeling that these will become TCCC qualified. The only downside is the that group only meets every so often. I think they last met in 2019. So, but you are able to take these, even the wide one, and utilize it in the magazine pouch. Kind of hard to do with one hand, but and then you can also tuck the windlass down there. Again, one-handed, it's kind of, but they fit inside, and it's super convenient to carry. These are incredibly light. They're super small. And as a comparison, this is a rat's tourniquet. A lot of people give them shit. I actually like them. This one's in orange because I want to be able to see it. This is it's very standard. It's an elastic band with a cleat design on it. This is how it comes when they ship it to you. So they got it balled up. And I like carrying this that way because I can just throw it in my pocket. And the one selling point to this was that these can be used on children and dogs. This has kind of unseated that throne. Same thing. You can use it constricting down to 1 inch wide. So it's a super, super important to me as someone who has a young child. This is a Rat's, completely undone. This I use rip-corded through my belt. So I lock the cleat on the first belt loop and then run the rest through the other belt loops, and that helps with that. Lastly, this is about the standard size of a cat tourniquet. This is a Recon, and so it's going to come in at the same size that your standard cat does. I bought this one. This one's on trainer. As you can see, it's been carried around a bunch of different places. It was just help for like training with the windlass style one. They don't make these anymore. Cats suit them, and they went out of business. Well, out of the tourniquet business. I still think they sell some medical equipment, but compared to that, this is the ETQ wide. So it's packs thinner, it's smaller overall, and then obviously we're getting the same width, but a lot less on height, right? And one of the downsides to the little tabs, the wings on the side with the Velcro closure, is this Velcro, as you can see, gets gummed up with a bunch of stuff, and then this Velcro closed to this can sometimes cause like glue peel off, right? Depending on if you're wearing it in like a hot environment or whatever. I've seen it before where you pull these tabs and all this Velcro comes off with it, and that was on a cat, not on a Recon, before you ask. But obviously this getting gummed up with grass and shit that's just laying around, it's not going to stick as well. So that's one of the real big features of this locking clip. I like it a lot. This one is probably going to go in my ankle med kit right here to replace the Rats that I was carrying in it. So balled up, these are actually pretty wide compared to what you're going to find on the Snakestaff. It's like revolver versus a smaller semi-auto, right? I'm getting the thinness as opposed to like the fat cylinder, so it makes it a little bit easier to carry. So I think I'm still going to carry these. I usually carry two, obviously one in my ankle kit and then one in my pocket. This is going to go in my ankle kit, and this can just stay in my pocket. But I mean, you compare it to a soft tee, a SWAT tee, any of the ones on the market, really, these things are just amazing. But there are questions that I have for it. One of the questions that I have about the Snakestaff systems is, so these are the guys behind the Flux brace, which is fantastic. Like, that thing is so cool. I want one so bad. Therein lies the downside. They have a knack for creating something that people do, but they just do it better. Like that Flux brace, originally when it come out for like the Glock, the 17s, 19s, stuff like that, they were just, oh man, they're so cool. And then they came out with the Raider for the 320 series, and I think a lot more focus got put on the Raider because, like, comprehensively, you can do a lot more with it when you can just kind of plug and play some items. So like, I can't get the red dot mount on the Glock one, right? But the Glock one's still so cool. The downside is, when have you ever seen them in stock? Like, I've been on the notify me when it's back in stock list for like a year and a half, 2 years, and it's never happened. They've made some Raiders, but they'd never been able to get one of the braces. So it's an example of something that was such a good design, but manufacturing wise, it's executed very, very poorly. Like, I honest to God have no idea how Flux is still in business, unless the Raiders are keeping them afloat. So this is the same company behind that. So I actually had some trepidation about getting in on the TQ. I did. I popped on the main drop, and I was able to get the wide. And once I found out it was the Flux guys, I didn't know if there was going to be a restock. It was under a week, and they restocked, and I was able to pick up 3 of the ETQs. So we'll see if they keep with that, like restocking every week, every 2 weeks. But as long as they keep restocking, I'm fine. It's just that is a point of contention, and it should be noted. So I don't want it to wind up like the Flux brace, where it's something so cool, really innovative, and you want it really bad, but at the same time you can't get it because they don't ever make it. So I have more hope for these, and I really, really hope that they're able to keep up on it because these things are fantastic. So like I said, I got the wide on the initial drop, and my glow sticks broke because obviously I was gonna put it on, test it out. Does it work on the leg? Does it work on the arm? Man, they cuts it right off. I mean, you're talking, you get it on tight. We know it's the most important thing. Get it on tight before you need the windlass. Like 1 to 2 turns on that windlass just shuts everything right down. So I'm skeptic, only on like I want to see some more restocks before I let it pass. But overall design, function, build quality, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I can't remember the last time I was this excited about a piece of medical equipment, but this thing just has everything going for it. And I think if you are looking, sign up for their restock notifications and really hawk that restock. The last drop they did sold out in 3 minutes, so it's something you're going to want to stay on top of. I highly recommend. I really do. Carrying medical is important. People who are watching this know that, and you could do so much worse than going with the ETQ. But until next time, guys, see ya.